Oh, thank you again, guys, for participating. I really appreciate it.
Thanks for having me.
Thanks for having us, yeah.
Yeah. All right.
Always good to be had.
Aubrey, where's my coffee and donuts? Oh, that's the bombing run signal. I have to go.
Dave, it's really bad out here, and that's the bombing run signal. I have to go. That's the bombing run signal. I have to go.
All right. Welcome, everyone, to Bombing Run. I'm your host, AA Ron, General AA Ron. Thank you for showing up to this great game show. It's the 5th episode of Bombing Run. I really appreciate you showing up here tonight. We have a great set of contestants tonight, comics from all over the world. And we're going to start off with me figuring out, I need to introduce our judge. Our judge is always quiet. You'll never see who our judge is, but our judge is from the famous comedy club Dangerfields. It's the microphone there. So let's all give homage to that. Thank you so much, Dangerfields. We're sorry to see you go. It's a sad shame that they closed, but I have the microphone here. Rules of the game are you get 5 minutes, and then we go to the next contestant. The judge gets to evaluate, and then I go to the next contestant. And then he gets to evaluate that one. And then we find out from the judge who's a Joker ace and who's the bomber. As a Joker ace, you get a medal. That's a TJIN, this Justin News pin. That's a cool pin. And if you bomb, you get the smaller one. Badge of courage. You did it. You tried. What else could you do? So I'm going to mute everything else that's going on. And so now, as general, I get to decide who gets to go first. Let's see here. I think I'm going to make the first bomber Scott Curtis.
Zoom. Hey, thanks for having me. My name is Scott Curtis, and if you can't tell, I'm old. But I'm not as old as you think I am. People guess me at decades older than I am. I'll give you an example. I went to a Speedway gas station the other day to get a Diet Sunkissed Orange because that's something I like to get myself sometimes. And the cashier said, "Hey, you look like an older Harrison Ford." And let me tell you, there's a lot of thoughts that can go through your head in the 3 seconds from the cashier to the door at a Speedway. First off, I'm like, hey, Harrison Ford's pretty good looking. That's not bad. Second, I go, I think he's a little older than me. Third, I realize he is 77 and I am 56. So naturally, I called back to the cashier and said, hey, did you mean younger Harrison Ford? And she said, nope, older Harrison Ford. So yeah, I get guessed at older than I am. But I am a baby boomer. I'm right at the edge of being a baby boomer. And right now, one of the things I'd like to do is let you know that baby boomers are using social media, and I want to apologize for that. We are using Facebook mostly. I mean, really, that's all we know how to use is Facebook. And we're not doing well. They do a lot of stuff that defies logic. And when I say they, I mean we, because I am they. One of the things we do is we like our own posts. I don't know if you've ever seen this, but it's like we're trying to break the Facebook algorithm. So we'll post something like, I ate beans today, and then we'll wait for a few seconds and like it, and then we'll unlike it and like it again so more people see it. It's nuts. I don't know what the deal is with that, but we're doing it. The next thing is we share our own posts. And I don't know if the reason for that is that we have forgotten that we posted something and thought it was cool, or we're trying to break that Facebook algorithm again. It's nuts. One of the big things is either we have figured out how to make memes, or we've bribed our grandchildren into doing it. Because golly, we've got memes going around now. One of the big ones is kids today drink out of a garden hose, or kids today drink bottled water, and we drink out of a garden hose. And I don't know why we're proud of that. I don't look back fondly on my days of drinking out of a garden hose, but you know, whatever. That's what we do. But the biggest thing, and my background kind of shows it, we're really into Minions. The little cartoon guys. A boomer will share a Minion meme just like that. There are like 50,000 Minion groups out there, and the average age is 62 in those groups, and it's a cartoon. Funny thing is I couldn't figure it out, and then I took a good look at what a Minion looks like. They look just like the pills we take to stay alive. That's why we like them. That's a joke. That was the end of that joke. I have been in a relationship with my boo for 37 years now.
Woo!
And I got to tell you, there's haters when you're with somebody that long. I've got people that say, how can you stay together so long? You've got nothing in common. And it makes me angry because we've got things in common. First off, we don't like other people's kids. We raised our own. We don't want to babysit yours. I mean, they don't even look like us. Next thing, human trafficking. We're both against it. I had you on the edge of your seat, didn't I?
Mm-hmm.
We're both against human trafficking. And I am so confident that we are against human trafficking. If Bruce Lipsky sends me a message and says, hey, let's do some human trafficking, Scott, I don't have to say, oh, I'll just ask my wife, because I know it's a hard no. It's a hard no for both of us. Next one. And the last one I think is the most important. We don't front, folks. I don't front. My wife doesn't front. My shorty doesn't front. They're both the same. We don't front. We don't know what that means, but we don't do it. That's my set. I'm Scott Curtis, and I am 56 years old. Thank you.
All right. Let's give it a big... All right, Scott, where can we find you on social media?
On the Facebooks and the Twitters and the Instagrams. That's where I'm at.
Okay, what is it just under Scott Curtis, or is it under?
No, really Behind the Bits is where everything's at. So on Instagram, it's Behind the Bits Podcast. Facebook, it's Behind the Bits Podcast, and Twitter, it's the BTB PC.
Awesome. All right, I'm going to ask the judge to privately chat me to make sure that when the microphone is ready, to let me know how that turned out when they're ready. All right, let me get back over here. I'll get you off of the spotlight. Now it's on me. There you go. All right. Dangerfield's microphone. Are you ready? Yeah, it was having a heartbreak. It was having a heartbreaking issue. I had to calm the microphone down earlier. It was just crying. Can't blame it. But all right, the microphone's ready. Test 1, 2, 3. Test. Oh no. Okay. So the next bomber up to the microphone is Safi Alum. Yay!
Well, thank you guys for having me. This is actually the first time I've ever been on a game show, because it kind of gets my mind off of COVID. Because COVID's really changed the way I see the world. I don't see it like normal people anymore. Like, I don't see the glass half empty or half full. I just see backwash and germs. But it's not all that bad, COVID's really made me look at the deeper things in life, like equality. I've been looking at women's equality and how far women have come just to be equal. The right to vote, equal pay, paying for dinner, not yet. Truth be told, I'm part of the problem. I'm part of the problem. I don't think a woman should pay for dinner. It's about paying it forward, you know? Because truth be told, it's been a woman taking care of me my whole life. That's right. Her name is Rebecca Flowers. She lives in Beverly Hills and has absolutely no idea I'm charging her credit card. But it's not all that bad. I just hope Halloween's not canceled, you know? I've been trying to get into the Halloween spirit of things. You know, I've been watching a lot of classic Halloween movies. I saw Friday the 13th the other day, and that movie made me realize Jason is probably the slowest killer in history. Like, this guy will go at 1 mile per hour chasing you. Like, he just tops out. That's all he got. Like, I get it, you know? You drowned as a kid, came back 30 years later with a vengeance. But that doesn't mean you shouldn't know how to jog. Like, if you were to chase you and cut off both your legs, you'd still manage to be 2 steps ahead of him. Police show up to the body 7 hours later, still catch him walking away. Another movie I saw was Texas Chainsaw Massacre. That movie is insane. It's about a guy who puts on Leatherface and just goes on a killing spree, which made me think, if that were to happen today, I don't think police will know how to handle it, you know? Like, the chief of police gets a call. Hello? Sir, there's been a double homicide in Brentwood, California. Oh my God. Did you find anything? Well, the bodies have been severed, and the killer left what looks to be his calling card in the form of a single brown leather glove. Jesus Christ. Find me O.J. Simpson. Click. Can we make fun of O.J. Simpson? Because, like, we know he did it, right? Like, it's not like glue, and it's not debatable. But I'm glad we're getting in the Halloween spirit. You know, I saw a Chinese restaurant bring in a psychic, which was kind of weird. You know, like, what are they going to do? Tell me how bad the food is? But I went in, gave it a chance, and all she was doing was just reading the fortune cookies. Like, how was that supposed to make any difference? You know? Like, she pulls out a little piece of paper. When life gives you lemons, make lemonade. What am I supposed to do with that? You're not a real psychic. I want my money back. You want your money back? Go buy a lottery ticket. Here, there's numbers on the back. That sucks. Dating sucks. Dating really sucks. I went on a date to a restaurant inside of my college campus, and it was really nice because they gave me a student discount until I realized I still owe them $44,000 in tuition. But dating's not all that bad, you know. I made it up, though, you know. Next time, I'm gonna try to probably go to a less expensive place, more cost effective. Yeah, my girlfriend wasn't happy when I took her to the soup kitchen. But I made it up. You know. Took her to this really nice hibachi restaurant. We had everything. The eggs, the pocket and the shrimp, everything. The bill came around $217. I paid it, though. Gave her my credit card, and I signed it under Rebecca Flowers. Thank you.
Oh, let's give a big round of applause for Safi Alam. Where can we find you on social media?
Social medias, it's SAFI00ALAM.
And that's
Twitter,
on Facebook, Twitter.
Yeah.
Okay. Twitter and Instagram.
Yep.
All right. I didn't mean to interrupt you. Thank you, Safi. I'm going to just promote some while I'm waiting for the judge to tell me what's going on. I do run a feedback mic. It's this Justin News Comedy Club feedback mic on Thursdays at 8 p.m. I have a slotted page for that. You can sign up there and you can have 15 minutes. You get 5 minutes to do a set, 10 minutes of feedback, or 10-minute set and get 5 minutes worth of feedback. Or if you use all 15, you get this. That's pretty much all you're going to get at 15-minute sets. We try to keep it tight. Usually do about an hour and a half. You get about 4 or 5 comics get in, and we go from there. All right. The mic from Dangerfield says they're ready for our third contestant, which is Bruce Lipsky.
Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Woo-woo.
I graduated high school back in the early 70s, and we were required to take swim class. But now at swim class, we had to swim naked. So I remember the first day I got to class, I said to the teacher, "Where's my Speedo?" He said, "Speedo? How about Speed No?" How was I supposed to know that my birthday suit would become my bathing suit? Thankfully, woodshop wasn't run that way.
Ooh.
Hey, watch out for that buzzsaw. I would have thought, forced skinny dipping with all your classmates. Hey, at age 14, I barely had eyebrows. And during the class, we played water polo. And the teacher would yell, "Protect your nets, protect your nets." I'd be off in the corner and say, "The hell with that, I'm trying to protect my nuts." But I did become an excellent one-handed swimmer. In competitions, I wasn't the best, but I always held my own. And swim class gave me confidence with the ladies, especially once I perfected the breaststroke behind the bleachers with Mary Lou Zabrinsky. Getting old is hard. I just turned 65, so Scott, you're a young man.
Oh, yeah.
And it's hard because I said, in my house, if I had a leak, my wife and I would call my plumber. Now, if I have a leak, I call my urologist. And he's $50 cheaper. No, a young guy like you, Safi, when you go out dancing with your dates, you take them out and go bust a move. I'm afraid to take my wife dancing. I may bust a hip. And I'm starting to forget things. I swear my foam mattress has a better memory than me. And, like Scott, I've been married a long time. My wife and I just celebrated our anniversary. 30 years of wedded bliss, Ters. That's because all these years, she's been rubbing me the wrong way, and I got the calluses to prove it. We actually have a very unique marriage. On our yearly anniversary, we don't renew our vows. I get a performance review. And last year was tough. My wife said, "Bruce, you're so disorganized. If you worked for me, I would have fired your ass a long time ago." So she gave me 3 months probation and took away my fringe benefits. I'm still trying to figure out how I got an F in loading the dishwasher. Where's human resources when I need them? And my wife is always in business mode. She puts everything on an Excel spreadsheet. I wish she'd excel at putting out and spreading between the sheets.
Oh.
And before I met my wife, I dated many women. I even dated a very famous TV weather person. First time I got intimate was like a bad winter forecast. She was predicting 10 to 12, and all she got was 2 to 4. And my wife, she's a great cook, but she just put us on a new diet. It's called a tainted lettuce diet. Somebody asked me, was this from the romaine? All I know is I lost 7 pounds in 2 days. But when she said, "Is it from the romaine?" I said, I couldn't tell. But once this thing kicked in, nothing remained in my body for more than 30 seconds. And my wife and I love doing things together. Broadway shows, nice dinners, colonoscopies.
Whoa.
We got perfect colons, and I have the photos to prove it. Every time I show them, we get the same response. What a couple of assholes.
Oh.
And given the fact that we've been married so long, we decided it's time for a new mattress. Thank you. There's so many choices, though. All I know is I like mine soft. She likes hers hard. Like, I haven't heard that over the last 30 years. And my wife, during this pandemic, has gotten into Amazon. Everything is Amazon. The packages are nonstop. I got packages stacked on my porch. It's like I'm playing Jenga for giants. I think she's having an affair with the UPS guy. She's always bragging and going on and on about how big his package is. I know what he's doing for her, but what's Brown doing for me? That's my set. Thank you very much.
Woo! Let's give a round of applause to Bruce Lipsky, guys. All right, where can we find you on social media?
I'm mainly on Facebook because I'm one of those old farts who hasn't figured out Instagram and all that other stuff.
Oh, yeah.
You can find me at Bruce Lipsky on Facebook. I'm going to contact Scott and find out how to do that other stuff eventually.
So you can figure out how to make those getting those minion groups.
Exactly. But or in the Jewish religion, a minion is actually 12 people when you go for the holidays. So
Yeah.
that's a good thing.
I just learned that. I actually just learned that. So that's awesome.
Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, I'm going to wait. While we're waiting for the judge, I do have another announcement. I have one slot left for my Halloween show on Saturday, Halloween night at 8 o'clock. And it must, in your 5-minute set, because I already have a headliner set up, and I'm pretty good with the headliner because I've heard all the jokes. But if you're wanting to try, you got till tomorrow night, and I'm going to give it right up till about midnight. You need 1 minute of Halloween or scary, funny Halloween jokes in your 5-minute set. And you must be in costume. Don't show up in your skin suit saying, that's my costume, or throw just a hat on. You might need to throw in, I don't know, like a soldier outfit. Maybe some sunglasses would help that. Microphone saying it's a tough. Dangerfield's microphone has heard all the greats, and I had 3 great comics tonight. I want to give a great round of applause to all 3 comics. I'm going to put it up on gallery view. I'm going to get out of this. We had Scott Curtis, Safi Alum, and Bruce Lipsky. Let's all give you guys a round of applause. Yay. This is on YouTube, and it's going to be up there. So if you guys want to repost this after the show, that's great. I think y'all were really good. And I'm just waiting for the microphone to tell me what's the final outcome. Who is a Joker Ace and who's a bomber? Remember, if you win, you get to be on the next Saturday's show. Not this Saturday, next Saturday. But if you bombed, try again. Sign up again. Come on back. You never know. I've had 5 different judges. Last week, it was the ghost of Joan Rivers. So it's always something different. And then the other day it was like a brick wall from a comedy club. I couldn't even name the comedy club. I totally forgot about it. And the the Mars Rover up there on Mars. That's what one of the judges was too. It's amazing how they can connect with me.
Hey, Ron, I just want to say I'm pissed because Bruce looks a lot younger than me. And it's just proving everything that I've ever said.
Oh,
Right. And you said you look like Harrison Ford. I look like James Cromwell.
Yeah.
yeah.
Actually, you do. You're right there.
Or Peter Townsend from The Who.
Yep.
You could do. I'm
Windmill,
surprised you don't sign autographs. Do you sign autographs, Bruce, when you go out in public and they say, "Hey, I know you," and do you just sign things for them?
Yeah, if you have a second, this is a true story.
No, we do.
My son asked if I could do him a favor and pick up some Chipotle. Chipotle is to take out Mexican food.
Yeah.
So I'm online over there, and I see they're pointing to me, and I hear him saying, "There's that guy. There's that guy." And so I got up to the front there, and you know that guy, right? And I said, "Yeah, I am that guy." And so I kept on playing. I was taking pictures with him. By the time I got to the cashier, they gave me free food. I never identified who that guy was, but I was that guy. Yeah.
I see a lot of James Cromwell there. And now that you've mentioned Pete Townsend, I got it. Yeah.
Just say this one line from what's that movie? Oh, that'll do, pig. That'll do.
Baby pig, that'll do. Just want to let you know, Baby's doing well and retired in Iowa.
You know what? Yeah. Unfortunately, I had a side of bacon the other day.
Okay.
Oh, it was kind of old and cured and aged. Dangerfield's Mike, do you need some help here? If it gets down to a tie, it will have to have. Oh, see. Oh. All right, I just got to check one thing.
Oh. God, Safi, you don't mind if I friend you on Facebook if we're not already friends, right?
Oh no, I'd love it.
Okay, super. I'll get to you guys. Yeah.
Awesome.
If I can figure out how to do that.
Well, if you're like most people, you ask your grandkids to come over and fix your computer.
Right. I figured they're the ones who broke it, so why not?
I'm usually taking off all the spam off someone's
Like
computer.
it's like my wife says, take out the garbage. I said, why? You cooked it.
Oh. Okay, I just want to check with the judge. Okay. All right. Tonight's winner of Bombing Run is Sophie Allen. Yeah.
All right.
All right. How do you feel about winning a Bombing Run?
I did not think I was gonna win. I really did not. You know what I actually did? I went and I searched up Bruce and Sky. Just watched hours of their material. I was just like, I gotta see what these guys have against me.
Well, congratulations.
Good
and
job, pal. Nice job.
I'll with you later so I can mail off your badge of, the Medal of Honor for being a bombing Joker ace. And tonight's bomber. It was all technical stuff. Just to let you guys know, it was a technical things that really decided the whole night tonight. The bomber for the night is Scott Curtis. Well, let's give him a round of applause for going out there. We all bombed, this is how we all do it. We all bombed. I mean, so
It's
thank you, Scott.
it's the new camera that I spent $200 on. It's not working.
It hasn't give you more punch. Now, if you showed up as Dean Martin, you might have won.
Well, Dino's always here. He's ready to go.
Awesome.
Everybody loves somebody sometime.
And Bruce, you didn't get either one. So here you are. You were just you kind of get landed in the middle of everybody. So
I'm just gonna have some Jack Daniels and get bombed. That's good enough.
There you go. All right. So let's all give a round of applause to all our guys here tonight. They were so
Congratulations, Safi. Congratulations.
Yeah, and I was just on Scott's show last night. So, that just proves, there's no favoritism here. There's nothing. It's all for fun and games. And Safi, get with me. You're going to be on next weekend's show as a middler. Scott, Bruce, I love you guys. You can be back on the show again. Try again. Different judge, different night. It's always that's how jokes work. That's how stand-up comedy works. So thank you for watching Bombing Run. Good night, everybody.
I'm blessed, guys. Thank you. Thanks, pal. See y'all.